Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. I'm Don, and this is Brian. Like our normal disclosure in the beginning, we just decided to do a men's mental health awareness podcast to kind of help break the stigma on it, let people know that there are men out there that do suffer, and it's okay to talk about it. Brian suffers from panic disorder, anxiety, depression. It started with his story, what he went through from childhood up to now, how he deals with it. Keep in mind, these are his opinions, what he's gone through. We're not giving any medical advice or anything like that. We'll talk about other things as well, mental health, but we're going to get his perspective because he lives with it every day. This is not geared towards adults. It is geared towards adults. It's not geared towards kids. It's like
not all adults.
It has some adult content in it. His language can be very colorful at times. And if you're easily offended, just keep going. Just
there's the door.
Pick another thing to watch, not here. All right, with that being said, I was thinking maybe today we can do an episode on social media and how that affects people's mental health. So
definitely not good way.
Social media has its pros and cons, like everything. I think the reason social media was founded was it had good intentions. You can find people that you hadn't seen in years, track down people and all that. But I think people have, like, a lot of things going overboard with it.
No.
So you being you with the issues you deal with on a daily basis, how do you think social media affects you, both good and bad?
I don't know about good. Bad, I would say just sometimes you're already dealing with anxiety and then you're just getting shit jammed down your throat. Like constant, it's a 24-hour news cycle on not just news channels if you have regular TV or whatever, but social media, you can get it all the time.
But
and not always, or mostly not all that accurate, but if I'm already in a heightened state or whatever, that kind of stuff's just going to make it worse.
But
or you start just dwelling on it, and instead of, and I'm as guilty as anybody else, you start going down rabbit holes.
Okay, but you have control of that because
Right.
You can hit exit.
Right.
So that I get.
And there's been times where I've gone down rabbit holes and for a week at a time on something, and then I sit there and go, why am I doing this? Like this.
Why am I torturing myself?
Not just, I don't know about that, but just, it's just a waste of time.
So, and you're chronologically an adult.
Thanks.
Our banter here is pure love, guys. But no, you're an adult. Put your mind in a mindset of a adolescent that is on social media, and they're dealing with mental illness, and then stuff that's happening on social media. Like, we know cyberbullying's huge. Or kids post a picture and then people start, why did you wear that? You look fat. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a double-edged sword because you can post something and get instant gratification because of how great it is or how funny it was, or you can just get hammered into the ground, which I have a feeling, I mean, I'm not a kid and I don't post stuff to get, when I post stuff, most of it is so I have an archive, because I'm horrible at like saving stuff, but on there it's just there.
Right.
And I don't care how many views or how many likes or comments or any of that stuff. I put it out there. If somebody does, great. If they don't, I don't care. But as a kid, you definitely care. So if you put something out there that you think is cool and you get slammed and just nonstop from people that you think you're friends with or just you know them from school, adults, which never got, I never understood that one where you see,
Adults going after kids.
yeah, like I follow a lot of stuff with guitar because I suck. So I always find it amazing. There's kids on there that can just, they look like they're ready to step into a major band or whatever. And there's always like 5 or 6 adults, guys, that you're doing this wrong or you should try this or practice more. It's like, did you read the title? Did you read the description? It says first time trying whatever. Now, some of it is faked.
What do you mean?
The person, like you'll see certain people that'll put out a video that, oh, this is my first time, and then not even a month later, they're like
Another video.
Eddie
This is
Van
my first time.
Halen. All of a sudden, they're like Eddie Van Halen. It doesn't happen that quick. So that means you were just screwing around to make it look like,
Okay, I get that.
for attention.
I get that with these adults going after kids, but and it's wrong. I don't care in what sense. I don't. Social media, face to face, an adult going after a kid is just wrong.
Yeah, I understand. I don't agree with it, but I understand the kids doing it because
Your kids.
your brain ain't developed, and it's just how it is. But an adult, it's like, come on, like, go. Yeah, or would you do that? And like, if you were standing there, and it's like a talent show or whatever, would you say that?
Some adults may.
Then they deserve to be slapped.
So do you think, and we've seen it, I mean, we've seen it on social media, we've seen it on the news, we've seen parents talk about losing their kids to suicide because of being bullied on social media and not being able to handle the mental anguish that it caused. Now, I'm not, they most likely had other problems before this, but that just kind of tipped them over the edge.
Yeah, it just helped it along a little quicker, probably.
Do you think that kids that are bullying them or doing this stuff on social media should be held accountable?
Yeah.
So where do we draw the line on social media to protect someone's mental health?
Good luck with that one. Let me know when you come up with that answer.
I'm just like,
I have no
what
idea.
are the steps that we can start with at least? Like, yes,
Well,
like,
I mean,
you can turn it off.
Hold the people accountable. I mean, this goes back to, certain people being unalived and people, cheering and or calling for other people to be assassinated. If you call up or you write a letter and do that, you go to jail. So why is it any different on social media? If you're calling for somebody's death or hoping that's, like, to me, that's a death threat. You fall into the same consequences if you said it on the phone, in public, in a letter, whatever. It should be the same thing.
I agree with that.
They need to be holding people accountable and make examples out of people. That's how you stop other people who may be sitting on the fence about doing something like that. And then they go, oh, well, I don't feel like going to jail for a year or whatever it is, so I'm not doing that.
Or even, I'm not going that far because that's not, I mean, if you choose to do that when you're like, I'm talking about the people that harm themselves because of other people's inputs because they're...
Well, that's what I'm saying. If somebody said, go kill yourself. Now, I think there was a couple cases where that...
So that's actually
people
what
were held accountable,
so,
but I don't think it's enough.
No.
Like, do it before the person actually harms themselves and put those people... I I mean,
I know one girl who
you're
ended
not.
up going to jail.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't remember. It was her boyfriend. He was sitting in his car, and there was text messages going back and forth. And she's like, "Well, why'd you get out of the car? I thought you wanted to do it. Just get back in the car." Like, you have you have to render aid if they're they're in that situation. Get help.
yeah,
It's
but it's social media is a dumpster fire. It's a car wreck, and people love to sit and watch car wrecks. That's the stuff that, like,
there.
you watch a lot of the channel, or if you went and searched some of the biggest channels and stuff like that, it's drama, it's drunken stupidity, it's, taking chances, and it's train wrecks.
So, do you think social media should be held accountable as well?
I don't like pointing the finger at other people because that's kind of taking the blame off of the actual
Person who's doing it, correct?
person who did it. But at the same time, I guess, I mean, once it's said that quick, they can't stop it.
Okay, that I get, but
They can't stop the comment. Now, they could get rid of the bots and the fake accounts. They could do that easily.
but how about the real accounts? Can't they hold this? So, I'll give you
Yeah,
an example.
well-
The guy that killed himself live on Facebook.
I don't know that one.
So there was a gentleman who, I mean, he did a rant, and literally on Facebook Live going, "Oh, they're calling me. I'm not going to stop." Like, and he's saying that he's going to do this. People were calling in to try to get him to stop. Do you think at some point Facebook should have pulled it off before he pulled the trigger?
How long was it from the time that you recognized that this was going to happen, and then it happened? I mean, they don't have enough people, and I'm not excusing, Facebook, Instagram, they're all do slimy shit, but
I can tell you how long the video was before he did it.
they don't have enough people to sit there and monitor everybody's accounts. And every time somebody's doing,
So
if they were looking at everybody's videos or lives, would be half the population be working for Facebook just to watch all that shit?
okay, so should they have maybe a program that certain words that are said?
That's going down a rabbit hole that I don't know. I mean, they already have stuff kind of like that where, you had to watch if you said kill or suicide or whatever, depending on how you said it, and they would remove the video, especially on YouTube. That's where people started with the unalive and not saying gun, saying pew pew or whatever. It depends on how you use it, I guess. But I don't know.
I'm trying to see how long the live was.
And whatever the program is, how's it going to... It's just listening for the words, not the context. Like if we're sitting here and going, suicide's wrong. Oh, it just heard suicide. It shuts the video down.
Okay, so the video is 2 hours long.
Again, how many people do they have that are sitting there watching live feeds? Can they even...
So here's the sad part, and this is accurate. It's not like a tabloid thing. His friend contacted Facebook to ask them to remove it. Facebook's comment was the video did not violate the community guidelines.
Okay, but you're not talking to a person.
The response when he came back, and it said
it's an automated response. It's not...
So nobody looks to see if something's violated? Because I know people that have gotten banned.
I've gotten banned.
So somebody has to physically look at it.
First of all, it has to be reported.
So he reported it.
And then they automatically will, like, And then you got to send it in again for a review.
So that's what he did. And it took him 23 hours and 51 minutes for them to come back and say it wasn't. But
And again, I don't know the ins and outs of Facebook.
Neither do I, but
I don't know how many people are reviewing it. You know, does it get escalated? I mean, we know how companies work. And we're going to escalate your problem. Yeah, right.
how about afterwards to take it down? Like, yes, they couldn't do it when he was in the middle.
The fact that they said it doesn't go again. Now, I've reported stuff that popped up that was, how do I word this? It was nudity, and it looked like, I'm like, why is this on Facebook? And I got those same responses. It doesn't go against our standards. I'm like, actual intercourse does not go against your standards? Like, what? Okay, then nothing does.
And I had a friend of mine's daughter and son-in-law. You know how you get the baby pictures? Well, one of them was with the baby in the tub.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody reported that, and that got pulled off.
Yeah, I've seen.
And the baby was covered. They had like a little washcloth over the baby. But
So I also follow some firearms guys on YouTube.
mm-hmm.
Well, if you check every now and then, YouTube unsubscribes you
Why?
because they don't want that content being.
Oh, I didn't know
They
that.
just don't want that. They can't take it off, but if they can unsubscribe enough people,
Yeah.
it drops it down and doesn't get noticed as much.
I think when it comes to mental health with social media, I think we need to, and I think everyone as a whole needs to do it. I think everyone needs to be more aware of what's going on. Words hurt. And I remember growing up, you know, the famous saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Never hurt me.
Words hurt. And kids nowadays, and I'm not trying to be me when I say this, they're softer. They're not, you know, I've watched the videos where they're like, kids nowadays can't go outside and drink water out of a hose. They'll get it, like that kind of stuff. They're just not the same as we were.
They're not built the same.
Yeah. So
and that's fine.
And I'm not, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm saying.
And we now have the first generation that's been solely brought up with social media.
Yeah. It breaks my heart to see what people not realizing what they're saying, the effect it can have on somebody because you don't know the kind of day they're having. And that's what it comes down to. Because if somebody's going to end their life, then they have other things going on. That's a given.
Now, the only thing I'll say to that is you also have a lot of people that say that for the attention. That there's nothing wrong with them at all. Like they're not. They say certain things, so you get that crying wolf thing. So when somebody legitimately feels that way and says it, then everybody just assumes that it's people screwing around for attention. So they pile on with.
I understand that.
The memes and the comments and all of that.
But do you want to be that one person that makes a comment and the person wasn't just saying it?
Well,
you don't know.
How many people, we've seen these videos from newscasts from way before the internet where you'd have a jumper and there was always a couple people at the bottom yelling,
Jump. Yeah.
So it's nothing new.
No, I get that, but I would not want to be that one person because, and I say this, and I say it to you all the time, nobody's walking in your shoes. They don't know what you're going through. You can sit there with the biggest smile on your face, acting like everything's great, and you can be going through hell. Nobody knows. So to be that one person that just gives them that one push.
Most people don't care either.
That's another problem. When did we stop becoming human?
A long time ago.
And I think social media has taken that human element out of a lot of things.
I mean, the whole human thing, I mean, you can keep going back a long time. It wasn't social media or the internet, but
I think it's made it worse.
It just... You didn't have access to everybody before.
Right.
You now have access to everybody. If they've got a phone or a computer, you can hear them say something stupid. So it's just, like a lot of the problems are like, oh, this all started during social media. It's like, no,
No.
it's was always there. Social media just brought it to the
Surface,
front,
yeah.
to the surface.
So if you can pick one good thing that social media has done for you.
I mean, there's a lot of funny shit. Like there are a lot of funny people that make the reels, and we sit there and send them back and forth because the shit's funny. So I mean, there's I've found comedians on there that I didn't know of. I mean, there is a lot of good shit on there if you go and look for it. If you're looking for the negative stuff, that's what you're going to find.
Yeah, I would say, and I say this all the time, because of social media, my graduating class was able to stay together. Like we still communicate and stuff like that.
And that's how we reconnected, was through Facebook.
Yeah. I mean, damn you, Facebook.
Is it too late to sue Zuckerberg?
Mark, you're done. But yeah, we've reconnected through Facebook.
No, and then, but you can also say the same thing where you got friends or family that you no longer talk to because of
Right.
Facebook,
Or you get people.
whereas otherwise you wouldn't know their beliefs or opinions. I personally don't care about anybody's beliefs or opinions. Do you. I'm going to do me. But there's some people that
I don't think. I think you should reword that. It's not that you don't care, but you're not going to.
no, I mean,
You care. You're just not going to invalidate them or anything like that.
no.
You're not going to.
I mean, it's your right to feel how you want to feel about
Anything.
whatever topic or life in general. But just don't like obliterate a relationship because of it. Just go, you know what? I disagree.
Agree to disagree.
And
Move on.
And we're still cool. Not I'm cutting you out completely and I'm not talking to you anymore because of the way you feel.
I also think that one of the drawbacks with social media is, yeah, you can reconnect with people. That's great. Look at us. I mean, that's how we got back together. But there is a drawback because somebody sees that, and then you get messages, and you know what? I'm not in high school anymore. High school's been many, many moons ago. I'm not going to feed into that. But you know as well as I do, there's people that feed into that all the time.
Oh, that stuff happened in the beginning of our relationship. There was people from both sides that would message or try to post things, and
they didn't get a response from either one of us. Like, okay,
it's
if I am living rent free in your head,
if you give them a response, you're giving them what they want.
Exactly.
Ignore them, they'll go away, and that's exactly what happened.
So,
the other thing that I think that I find as a negative, or other people find as a negative, I don't know. And we both have seen this or know of it, where when people are sharing like their legit lives on Facebook, the good stuff, the people whose lives aren't as good, or they get jealous and they try to shit on your happiness.
oh yeah.
So it was almost like we actually got to a point where we knew that was kind of going on, and actually kind of stopped posting, because we used to post what we would get each other for, birthdays and holidays and all that. We kind of stopped because it was like, you know what, I don't need that stupid stuff, or I don't need to put that on there. We know what we did. I don't care if anybody else knows. So that was kind of, I don't know, my fault or whatever for posting this stuff. So it was like, you know what? I don't need anybody to know if I got a new guitar or a watch or what I got you. Are you happy with it? Great. That's all that matters. I don't care if anybody else knows
And I think,
So it was like, you know what? I'm just not going to post any of that anymore.
and I think a big part of it too is we are happy in our relationship and in our lives. Like we're happy with each other. We don't have to blow we don't have to blow it up on social media. I don't have to sit here every day and say, look at what Brian did for me today. Look what Brian did for me today. I don't have to do that the same way you don't have to do that. Now I am guilty of, there'll be times when I'll put like, my husband's better than your husband. Like for a couple years in a row on his birthday, he would get me flowers. And it was just, I think the first year just took me by surprise. I'm like, how great is, and at this time we weren't married. I was like, how great is my man? Like on his birthday, he thinks about me and gets me flowers. I wasn't rubbing it in anyone's face. I just thought, wow, that's like really different. But there have been plenty of times when we've done things for each other that didn't go on social media. We don't have to plaster everything.
And you also, when you post that, your friends and stuff knew that it was like tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
You weren't literally honestly telling them that, hey, your husband sucks. But I guarantee you there was probably some that felt that way.
Yeah. I mean, my one girlfriend keeps saying, where can I find mine? There's still men like that. And I'm like, yeah. But here's the thing. No one's life is perfect. It's not. I have and I've said this before on an episode, my screensaver on my computer, it says, if you don't have the peaks and valleys, then you're dead. If your life isn't full of peaks and valleys, you're dead, meaning you're flatlining. You're going to have your ups and downs. How you handle them and how you let other people determine the way you handle them is different.
Well, I would say don't let other people have any say in how you handle your relationship, your jobs, your hobbies, your life in general. Like, just if you find it that social media, and there's times where it starts to become, I'm like, this is not worth it. It's just like, and I will get rid of everybody. Like, boop. I mean, for almost, I don't even know how long now. It's been close to a year that nobody was on my Facebook except you.
Yeah.
And
I look at it this way. You're on social media to have fun. If people are trying to rain on your parade, rain on your parade. Yeah, that's right. Block them. Don't let somebody get in your head that bad that you start doubting your self-worth. Don't. And I say this all the time, everybody is worthy. Everyone. I don't care who you are. Well, unless you're in jail for murder. But I mean, or rape or child molested. You know what I'm saying. You're worthy. Don't let somebody tell you otherwise or make you feel otherwise. If they're feeding that to you on social media, there's the 3 little buttons. You can go up, you can hit it, and it says block.
Well, and unfortunately...
And I've had people make other accounts.
Yeah, well, there's that too. But I don't look at social media as being a real world. I kind of take the view as, 90% of it's almost bullshit most of the time. So I kind of look at it now as pure entertainment value. Good or bad or whatever. I don't believe anything that's on there. I don't get pissed off at people's stuff anymore. I'm like, it's just, and if there's something on there that I'm not quite sure or it looks a little like, I look it up and unlike most people, I don't comment on anything anymore. So I'll hit like just so I know that'll show up in my feed because I want to see more of it on stuff, but I don't comment on anything.
So
sorry, what the hell was I saying before that?
It's not fake. It's not real.
Yeah, it's just entertainment. It's not real life. And there's too many people who literally take everything on there as gospel. And I'm just like, you can't be that gullible or naive or stupid or whatever. It's just like, it's just idiots trying to get a rise out of you, or people just craving attention. And I just, yeah, I have 2 Instagram accounts, one for guitar, one for art. I have one Facebook and my Facebook art page. I have a Twitter and like Pinterest. No, that's not right. Pinterest, whatever it's called.
Pinterest.
One really sounded, I think that, anyway.
Yeah, that sounded bad.
Whatever that thing is, it's like photo sharing or whatever. I don't do Snapchat. I don't do, Discord or Twitch. I mean, I don't even go on Twitter or Pinterest.
Are you talking, or TikTok?
What the? Oh, yeah, I don't do that either.
Well, here's my thing. You're saying it's not real. We take pictures and we post pictures. Have we ever, hold on. Let me finish my thought. Have we ever filtered our pictures? Like the skeleton pictures is one thing, but have we ever filtered our pictures to make us look 10 years younger?
The ones where we look like we're on fire,
They're
that's
not
a filter.
real. But how many people?
No, I don't.
Oh, no, you have to get this side. I have to stand this way and we need a filter.
Anybody watching this should know there's no special filters on this camera or anything else.
It's
what you see is what you get.
We don't do filters.
No, I don't. Because I've ran into people from Facebook that I knew when they were younger. And then on Facebook, and it's like, before I knew what a filter was. For the most part. And then you run into them and go, wait, what?
I had a post on Facebook. It was Christmas about, I guess, 9 years ago, 9 years ago. Someone wasn't a fan of mine, go figure. And not a fan of theirs, go figure. But just go. Like, I don't care. You're not living rent free in my head. You're just not. I was at a store. I had my dad with me. And I turn around and like a couple feet over, I see them. And then I'm like, they just popped up on my Facebook and bitch didn't look like that. So I said to my dad, I was like, look, see that person over there? He's like, yeah. I was like, do they look like that? And he goes, no. So I posted on Facebook being me. People must pay big bucks to use filters because I just saw a train wreck at the store and they don't look nothing like that on their Facebook profile picture.
No, they're free.
And so a friend of mine commented and I was just like, be yourself. There was a show that lasted years. It's called Catfishing. That's what you're doing. Like,
we used to watch that show.
Yeah, I miss it. But yeah, be real.
I don't get the living the fake life.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get found out. Like, it's not if, it's when. Like, people are going to find out you're full of shit. So,
Use social media for what it's for.
I mean, I don't know what it's for.
Well, I think
anymore it's just for
entertainment purposes.
I mean, that's what it is for me. I just look at it as this is reality TV, and then we got comedy over here, and there's drama over there, and there's horror over there. And, that's all it is. And I try really hard to just make sure I don't click on anything, even though I go, what in the hell is going on here? Don't click on it, because then you're just going to get 30 of it for the next week popping up on all your platforms. So I just try to stick to music related and guitars and amps and stuff like that. Art stuff that I'm interested in. There could be some like cooking. There's some cool recipes that pop up.
Right.
With stuff where you're like, huh. I don't know how they thought of that. And the regular, just funny shit that actually that we watch a couple of the actual couples that kind of
Oh yeah,
make a joke out of each other and stuff like that.
we can relate.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I just want people to keep in mind that social media is not. It's not how you should live your life. Like, don't let anyone on social media get to you. Just don't.
And also don't buy into what you're seeing
Exactly.
as real, because it's already, I mean, most people probably know this, but if you're younger, you won't. The people standing in front of Lamborghinis and then they're in Italy and then they're in Tahiti and no, they're not.
I'm not even talking that. I'm not even going that far. I'm talking
that kind
people that you know that you're like, that ain't their life.
But there could be people that are already feeling kind of crappy about themselves for one reason or another, and they see that stuff and they think, "Oh, well, if they can do it, I can." It's like they're not even doing it. It's photoshopped. They're standing in front of somebody else's car. It's not even theirs. Like there's very few people that have become millionaires or super successful off of social media.
Sure, there are. Mark Zuckerberg,
Zuckerberg?
whatever his name is. What's his name?
Zuckerberg?
Zuckerberg. Whatever. Him. But they're
no, you know what I mean.
But that's what I'm saying. They're the only ones that are becoming
influencers or
right.
content creators or whatever.
The other thing,
most of those people are not. People will bring up Joe Rogan. All right, I don't. He's got a podcast on Spotify that goes on to YouTube. As far as I know, that's probably about it.
No.
But
he started off on something else, though.
No, I'm not talking about his careers before Spotify. I'm just saying people will be like, well, look what he did. Yes, he was already a professional stand-up comedian. He did Fear Factor, and he was a UFC commentator.
Yeah, so
he was already known. It's not like he came out of nowhere and just had these amazing podcasts and all that stuff.
That's like
And people think that, well, I can do that. And it's like, well, yeah, you could, but just try to be realistic about it.
Kylie
Kelsey,
thank you. I apologize. I'm not going to lie, her podcast. But she already had a following, and I'm not dismissing her by any means. I think she's a great person, but she'd already had a following because the fact that she's Kylie Kelsey.
But if she wasn't, and again, please don't leave me any comments about this if anybody gets offended. If she wasn't married to Jason Kelsey, a professional football player, would she have gotten that notoriety on the podcast?
Oh, no. And she'll say that. She'll. And the funny part was she didn't want to do it in the beginning. So
there was a stepping stone already placed there, and you just take the next step.
Do you think Jason Kelsey and
Travis?
Yeah, him. Miss Taylor. Taylor Swift.
Miss Taylor?
Yeah. Mr. Taylor, sorry.
Oh.
Do you think the New Heights would have made it as big if they weren't two professional football players?
And they had won Super Bowls and were kind of popular? No.
Yeah, so I mean, and I'm not discrediting them at all. Shout out to Jason because I'm a much bigger fan of Jason's. But I'm not discrediting them at all, but they are the odd ones out.
No, I mean, that's where you have to, because what is it? Who are the Manning brothers?
Eli and
Peyton. I think they have something that's fairly successful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It could be real successful. I don't know. But again, it's from their football careers. If it wasn't for that, who's going to sit and listen to two people that they have no idea who they are? Most people don't do it like that. So you also have to look at, okay, here's the successful ones. Who are they and where'd they come from?
Right.
You've got a lot. And even the ones that I don't know, we were just watching American Ninja Warrior, and there was some dude on there that has 65 million YouTube followers.
Yep.
Never heard of him. I have no idea who he is, and I won't even bother to look it up. No offense.
We were talking yesterday about Jelly Roll's wife, Bunny XO. He had no idea who she was.
Never heard of her.
She's had a podcast for way over 10 years. Her and Jelly Roll have been married 10 years. People know her now. Why do you think people know her now? No.
Because of Jelly Roll. Because of how big he got.
Yeah.
Well, he's not that big anymore. He lost weight.
Don't be picking on Jelly Roll. Now
No,
it's
he's actually I've watched 2 interviews with him. He seems like he's a cool dude.
it's going to be interesting to see if her podcast is going to continue because he just filed for divorce. So will the notoriety stay there?
Well, if she already had a dedicated following, then she doesn't need to do anything. If she wants to ramp it up, go low. Just go negative, you'll get way more followers.
Yeah, so I mean,
'Cause unless you're somebody really popular and well known, a lot of the ones that seem to get the attention and the following are the ones that just
they don't care.
they want to be negative and crap on people. So unfortunately, that's a large part, and that's the part that I don't understand, and I never will. Now maybe that's because I'm old. But I won't follow those people. I won't give them an ounce of time. I just,
I think, and I include podcasts as social media. I do.
About YouTube, social media.
Yeah. And
I don't know about listening. If you're just listening on Spotify to an interview, I don't know that that's
I don't think
social media.
because you really can't. There's no interaction. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't. I'll just plead ignorant on the whole Spotify thing because I've never
used it. So
I don't. I thought it was a music streaming thing.
oh, it's not.
I don't know. I mean, I thought that's all it was a place to go listen to music. Like, what's the one that Pandora?
Pandora. I use Pandora a lot. I just think, and it goes back to whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You determine what you're listening to or what you're watching, what you're commenting on. You also determine if you're going to let somebody get to you. Block them,
Well, just change the channel. That's just.
But
like,
I'm saying if they put something on your post, block them. And you are going to have people that are going to make up other. Just keep blocking and blocking and blocking.
Now, here's another thing where I find people that love to get into, they just love the drama. They'll put something out there about family or friends that, passive aggressive, whatever. Like, exactly who they're talking about.
Right.
And then it starts a war in the comments. And they always leave a comment going, I'm not getting into this. It's like, you posted it.
Mm-hmm.
All you had to do is, if you wanted to post that,
Turn the comments off.
Turn the comments off.
Mm-hmm.
Or, here's something, name the person. If what you're saying is true, you don't have anything to worry about. So just go ahead and put their name in there.
Oh, they won't do that. They're keyboard warriors, though.
Or don't say it at all.
Right.
Like, I can't stand when people just go, oh, so-and-so did. Just put their name in there.
Own it. And that's my other thing with the cyberbullying.
That, and I don't have to sit there and try and figure it out.
That and cyberbullying. At least when you were bullied in school, and I'm not saying bullying's fine. Please don't think of that. But at least if you're getting bullied in school, you know the person who's bullying you. They're standing right in front of you bullying you.
And you can pop them in the mouth if you want.
Right. On social media, a lot of these people make up accounts, put anonymous, and that's what they're bullying. If you don't have the guts to bully somebody directly, reevaluate your life.
And one thing and we talked about, that I had dealt with a bully in middle school. They're the same as you. They're awkward. They're low self-esteem, confidence issues. That's their way of compensating or dealing with it or whatever. Or they learned it from their parents. Maybe they have a parent that was a bully or
aggressive.
Or still are. And that's how I've actually seen it, where there's kids doing it and the parents join in.
That's disgusting.
like the parents literally join in, or other parents that justify it and stuff like that. And it's just like, wow. And you're raising these kids, great. They got no shot, between just staring at your phone 24/7. And that's another thing. Like, you want to go from mental health to just physical health. They already seen people with that have neck problems, developing carpal tunnel way early.
I do a test on my students for carpal tunnel, and they all hate me for it. But I'm like, this is what you guys are doing all day long. And they were like, well, I was like, watch when I text. First of all, I don't go like that. You'll notice that. I go like this. And everyone's like, well, that's so, yeah, my thumbs can go like this and they don't hurt. But I mean, just, guys.
To just in public walking, looking down, it's just like you're
enjoy
just
your environment.
Yeah, it's like concerts and dinner, and I think I can count on one hand how many times I took a picture of a meal.
I know so many people that do that.
Like the past 10 years, we've taken pictures of like cakes that we've made,
right?
Like birthday, special cakes, or here's 6 different kinds of cookies and stuff that we made for Christmas, or stuff like that. But I don't know that I sat down and took a picture of my cheeseburger.
I know a lot of people that do that, and I don't understand it. First of all,
we've all seen a burger.
Hold on. First of all, 9 out of 10 times you didn't make it. You're at a restaurant. Second of all, do you want people to know that you have money to go to a restaurant? Congrats. You can go to a restaurant. Do you think people care? So if you are getting likes, they're sympathy likes. Like,
I mean, I don't know.
Nobody cares.
I mean, well, and I don't even, we check into certain places, but it's usually for a special occasion, or it's like if we were going to a museum or something like that.
Right.
And for me, I don't know about you, but for me, it's so
I can remember.
It'll pop up on the memories.
Yeah.
And I go, oh yeah, I forgot we did that then. That's, I honestly don't care if anybody else, because I'll do it and there's nobody on my Facebook except you, and you were with me, so nobody else is going to see it anyway.
I'll be honest, I was just at a college graduation, and I could not believe how many people were like this during the speeches.
Yeah. Well, that's why I call it antisocial.
You don't want to listen to the keynote speaker? And there was 2 graduations, the specific degree one and then the big school one. I'll be honest, I was not keen on the keynote speaker for the whole school one. Like, just wasn't my thing. But I sat there and listened. I wasn't like...
Well, this is where it comes into where we've had this discussion before about banning phones. Mm-hmm. And I'm all for it. I'm all for banning phones in school, work, concerts, graduations, like...
Graduations, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. A lot of people record it live. They don't have cameras. That's the camera they have. So I mean, I see both sides.
But you got idiots that their phones are going off. All right, this kid just spent 5 years busting his ass. He's up there with a speech, and he's got to hear your ringtone going off.
Yeah, we didn't hear any of that.
Because you're too much of a moron to put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
I was at a funeral ceremony. A funeral service.
I was like, were they celebrating it?
And we were in church, and someone's phone went off. That is disrespectful. Every phone has a silent.
It's got to the point where people don't know how to act, and you need to like write it out in crayon and hold their hand like a small child for them to understand, because they look at you like, what? It's like you're carrying on a conversation. I'm trying to eat dinner. That's the problem. Like you're on your phone, like at a restaurant, like Get the fuck away from
I'm
me
not
with
even
that.
talking about them talking on the phone. What is so important on TikTok that you can't take 5 minutes off, or on Instagram that you can't take it off?
It's not even they're on a phone call, but they have it on speaker or they're on a video. Like, or
Yeah, that's true.
okay, unless you're a high level military person, politician, or like an organ transplant kind of thing, or an emergency doc, you don't need your phone out and be like, you ain't that important. You will never see me, like, you rarely see me on my phone out in public. Like, it's in my pocket. I don't need it. I don't even care. Like, notifications go off. I'll check them when I'm done doing whatever I'm doing. There's not going to be anything that's that fucking important.
Now, see, that's where I am different. Like, there's certain notifications I have to check.
Again,
Right.
you have someone that you're taking care of with health issues.
Right.
That's a different story.
But I won't.
Your Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah,
that crap, it can wait.
It drives him crazy. He goes to sleep. He puts his phone on Do Not Disturb. I do not have that luxury. I can't do that.
There's only one person that's getting through on my phone, and that's you.
Yeah, and I can't. Like, I have a notification for my dad. So, and if it pops up, I have to call him. Yeah, this. So, I mean, and for a week straight.
Well, the weird thing is, I don't even hear your notifications. Now, I have some hearing loss and ringing, so.
You don't hear Mickey?
That's my notification. I said your notification.
Oh, you mean, yeah.
On your phone.
Yeah, I think.
And no, I don't hear all mine.
Yeah, and it's crazy. So
some hearing loss is not a bad thing.
It's like the notification didn't go off this morning. And I literally woke up at like 5:45 to look at my phone to see if I missed a notification. And I think that's just my mind constantly going like, is everything okay? But
welcome to my world.
I think with social media, again, control your performance on it as well. Someone gets to you, block them, delete them, or take a time off. Shut down social media for a while.
Yeah, and I would say this is actually more of a topic for kids. And it will not. It will be marked not for kids because I do that with all our videos.
Yeah, if you want to have this, if you want your kids to watch this, and we're both adults, we both have adult children, and chronologically, you're an adult. We both have adult children. I still
again on that one.
I still feel that I told you before. I watched a mom who lost her daughter to bullying online, and the mom lost her job and everything because she worked for the school and she went after the school. Kids should be held accountable if they are ruining other kids' lives with their actions.
Me personally, I don't think kids need to be on social media. There's no.
Her started with like a cheerleading page or something.
I'm not saying that specific case, but I'm saying just across the board, kids. There's no benefit from being on social media for kids. None.
I agree, and I honestly think that these kids need to be held accountable. I don't care. I don't care what the excuse. Again, you don't know what somebody's going through emotionally, and you could pick that one time that you say something, and that just puts them over.
I know for me as an adult that I can feel the effects sometimes from social media, just the negative, like I feel scummy. So I can only imagine.
Being an adolescent's bad enough.
And now people are letting their 8 and 9-year-olds on there and they got phones. I'm like, again, this. In my opinion, that's almost borderline child abuse. You're subjecting your kid to fucking every asshole in the world.
Yeah.
Like, what reason does that age child need a damn phone or any access to social media?
And I think our next episode we might cover games, because it's the same with games. Like
Monopoly?
No. The PlayStation, the Xbox, stuff like that.
Oh.
You don't agree?
As far as The Xbox Live, you mean?
Yeah.
Not the game itself. You mean when they go online?
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, that's.
and we'll cover that in another episode because
that's a whole nother dumpster
yeah.
fire.
All right. So just keep what we said in mind.
I've witnessed that one firsthand.
Yeah. So keep what we said in mind. You know, control your own happiness on social media. Don't let somebody control it for you, or not your happiness, but your mental health on social media.
And keep your kids off of it. That's just my opinion.
All right. Until next time, guys, have a great night.